Okay, guys, so we just talked about how we could solve this problem using keep change reciprocal. Now I want to talk about it using the common denominator strategy. So we know we have to do whole divided by part gives me a part. So if this is our total, then this is our whole. So 2 and 1/2 divided by 4. As always, we need to make sure we change this into a fraction greater than 1 or an improper fraction. We know from the last video it's 5/2 divided by 4/1. So all I have done is make my mixed number a fraction greater than 1 or an improper fraction, so I can go ahead and start dividing and doing my steps. And I also took my whole number and I put it over 1, so I can do my least common denominator strategy. So now I just have to find my least common denominator for my two denominators. In this case, my denominators are 2 and 1. So I need to find my multiples of 2 and my multiples of 1. So 2, 4, 6, 8. And then my multiples of 1 are 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll stop it there and I'll see if they have anything in common. They do. They have the 2 in common. So that's the denominator I am going to use for this particular problem. So now I need to make sure that I find equivalent fractions with the denominator of 2. 5/2 already has a denominator of 2, so I don't need to change that. I can just bring it down. But 4/1 has a denominator of 1. So I need to change that. So my denominator is 2. 1 times 2 gives me 2. So what I do to the bottom, I have to do the top. 4 times 2 gives me 8. So my equivalent fraction for 4/1 is 8/2. Now I can just completely disregard my denominators and I can rewrite my numerators, 5 divided by 8, as 5/8. That also means 5 divided by 8. And we know from the last problem that there are no factors in common with 5 and 8 besides 1, so we can't simplify that any further. Otherwise, our last step would be to simplify. Otherwise, that's our final answer. Since this is a word problem, we need to write our answer in conjunction with the question. So it said, how long was each shelf? Each shelf is 5/8 yards, which I took right from the problem, long. And then that would be my final answer.